So, we saw your article, Carrie, and apparently we're giant jerks because we decided to go out and buy all of the candies and taste them and review them for you. We could mail them to you, but then we wouldn't get to eat them. So, let's begin.
So Caramilk was first on the list, right?
Yes.
I thought they had Caramilk in the States. Caramilk's good. It's kinda like Rolo, but it's a bar. There's not as much chocolate as in Rolo, like there's more caramel, and I think the caramel's a little softer, kind of liquidier. And I think the chocolate's a milkier chocolate as well.
It's turned.
You wanna open it up?
Yes, I do. Oh, it smells really good.
Yeah, Caramilk is a long-standing
I don't know
favorite
if you
of
can
mine.
see yet.
Yeah, they split up into little squares, and so you can break off just a little square.
It's good. It's good caramel. Ooh, here, have a close up. We don't have a camera person. There you go. Over Jared's face. That's really nice.
Yeah, Caramilk's good. I like caramel.
Next was a crunchy. I've never had this one.
Crunchy's really good. It's sponge toffee coated in chocolate. I don't know if you ever had sponge toffee before, but I think it starts out as caramel, and then I don't know, I think they cook it over really high heat really quickly, and it ends up kind of foamy and really hard and just a little bit smoky, which sounds kind of bad, but it's really good actually, because it's like sweet and a little bit smoky caramel. It's good. Crunchy.
It's kind of like a Butterfinger, but not.
Yeah?
Like the crunch reminds me of a Butterfinger, but it doesn't really taste like one. It's good. No. Here. Okay, Coffee Crisp, which is what I've been looking forward to because I love them. Want to describe it? Even though we both had it.
It's like a Kit Kat, but better. It's larger. You don't break it into pieces. And when I say Kit Kat, I mean not an American Kit Kat. American Kit Kats are kind of chalky inside, and the rest of the world they're made by a different. The rest of the world they're made by Nestle, and they use actual chocolate. And they're not chalky on the inside. And in the US only, they're made under license by Hershey. They don't use actual chocolate, and they're kind of dry inside.
Kit Kat rant.
I mean, the US ones are still good. They're just not as good.
They're just better everywhere
The
else.
Coffee Crisp is kind of like a Kit Kat. It's got a
layered
wafer
that
in the
way.
middle. It's got, layers of wafer and stuff, but it's coffee flavored. And,
Delicious.
yeah. And delicious.
I like Coffee Crisp.
The biggest problem is how big they are. Because they're big and they're layers of wafer, so you bite and it kind of crumbles into flakes in your mouth, and so you'll often end up losing a flake or two. Having it fall.
Wonderbar.
We should have got a Cadbury Flake Bar. I don't know if you guys have
Oh,
them
we
in the
should
States.
have.
We don't even really have them in Canada. We import
I'd
them
never
from
had
Britain.
one before I came here.
It's good. It's just chocolate, but
Yeah, it was good. Anyway.
Wonder Bar is new. I remember a time before Wonder Bar. I remember the first Halloween that Wonder Bar came out, and everyone had the tiny little snack-sized Wonder Bars. And
Oh, I didn't hold up the thing.
I don't know. They were good. It says on it, a peanut butter caramel experience. It's the closest thing I could describe it to is a crispy crunch, but that's not going to help you because the next thing in line is a crispy crunch. So it's like it's kind of got a shell, like a hard caramel shell, not really hard, but a crispy one with
I've never had
stuff in it. Not like a filling. It's not like you bite into it and stuff squirts out or anything, but it's kind of, I think it's 3 layers of stuff. Like there's a core, and then there's kind of a caramel shell, and then there's chocolate over top of that. Oh yes, bonus arrow round.
one. Yes.
We like our arrow bars better. Oh, and interesting side note, the most popular chocolate bar in Canada is the Kit Kat.
Oh.
Kit Kat bar is the most popular chocolate bar in Canada.
And there's 2 of these.
Yes, the Wonder Bar is a double pack.
It had more give than I was expecting.
Oh yeah, never mind. There's no hard chocolate shell in this at all.
No,
Well,
but
I mean,
there's
there
a
kind of
shell
is. There's a little bit.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the middle.
Mm-hmm. It's good. Yours tastes, the shell is kind of Butterfingery. I apparently had Butterfinger on the brain today.
Kind of like an O. Henry without the peanuts.
Well, that's okay.
It has peanut butter in it, so you still get the peanut taste, but it doesn't have physical peanuts in it. And I think it has like Rice Krispie type things in the middle. And it's quite a thick caramel, so it's fairly chewy. Instead of mailing you these chocolate bars, we'll just describe them to you, and you can...
Well, I figured at the end we could ask her, for her orders.
That's a good point. We can mail you things. If any of these seem interesting, we can mail them to you. We
Or
can't
we
mail
can
you
break
Kinder
them down.
Surprise eggs, though, because we'd get fined like $10,000 for doing that. And so would you. So we're not going to do that, sorry. But we can send you Kinder chocolate bars. It's specifically the eggs that are the problem.
Bueno's good. 'cause
The
it's
Bueno
got
are good as well, because
hazelnut.
they got a hazelnut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tasty. Okay, Crispy Crunch. I've never had this
Crispy
either.
Crunch are good. It's kind of like flaky layers of a peanutty caramel.
I was gonna say it looks
coated
like
in
it's
chocolate.
gonna remind me of a Butterfinger.
Yeah, it might. I don't know that I've had a Butterfinger in the past decade,
Oh,
so I don't really remember what they're
they're
like.
like a peanut buttery crunchy experience.
What's a payday? What's in
It
a
is
payday?
like peanuts and
Okay.
caramel. I don't
What
really
a
eat
Babe Ruth?
paydays.
What's in a Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruths are kind of like Milky Ways.
What's a Milky Way?
It's like a Snickers, but
I don't think I've ever had a Milky Way. There's peanuts and Snickers.
Yes.
Crispy Crunch.
Well, in the original Snickers, they've got like almond Snickers and stuff now. And those are different. They're good. Crispy Crunch.
I like a crispy
It's
crunch.
actually toffee. It's more toffee than I was expecting. It's more
Yeah,
heat
it's
than
it's a hard, like it's crispy, it's crunchy. Yeah, the softest thing on it by far is the chocolate.
Butterfingers have more of the texture of
The Wonder Bar?
of the crunchy,
Oh, the crunchy.
but they have more of the taste of that.
You can see it's kind of flakes of it in the middle there, striated, and then coated in a fairly even coating of the toffee stuff, and then chocolate around the outside. Kind of like a Score bar, but not solid. And also peanutty.
I just inhaled cider.
Careful, dear.
Okay, Arrow.
Next up, triple feature Arrow. The standard Arrow it's literally just milk chocolate that they foam the inside of. Like it's foamed chocolate, and then they wrap that in a layer of normal milk chocolate. Except they now have like a million flavor variations, such as peppermint, where the foamy chocolate is mint flavored, or orange, where the foamy chocolate is orange flavored. And they have like dark chocolate and white chocolate, etc. I think something about the air kind of oxidizes the chocolate a little bit and makes it taste different.
It makes me feel like I'm biting into a beehive.
And there's kind of two camps of people of eating.
Focus.
You might have to hold it further away.
It wants to focus on your head, so I'm trying to cover you up with chocolate. There we go. Not that I don't like your head. There you go.
Yeah, there's kind of two camps of people. eating arrows. Some people like to chew them, and some people like to just hold them and melt them.
I'm apparently
Both
a
of which
chewer.
are good.
I haven't tried holding it and melting it. Maybe
There are
with this one.
advantages to each.
Oh, well, maybe not when we're on camera.
What?
So, they also have it in mint,
Bonus round.
which I have not had. It's pretty good chocolate. I mean,
It is. It's a good quality chocolate. It's a nice chocolate.
it's just chocolate, but it's...
It's just chocolate, but
This one's green on the inside. I mean,
It's-
you probably can't tell from here.
I like the flavored ones more than the standard ones. I quite like the standard ones. And it's got upsides over, counterparts like, say, a Dairy Milk bar, which is probably a similar level of chocolate, but not with the foam and stuff.
No, that's nice.
I really like the
I
mint
quite
arrow.
like that, yeah.
The mint arrow is probably my favorite.
It tastes a lot like a peppermint patty.
Yeah,
without-
well, like peppermint patty
but
or
it's
kind of like an
all chocolate,
Andes
like it's
mint.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
yeah,
all chocolate.
a lot like an Andes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the orange
And these are their-
little balls.
Yeah, they have the bubbles, which are their just snack version, and it's just little spheres.
And it tastes like orange. It's kind of nice to have it with the mint still in my mouth.
Mmm.
I have a giant thermos. This is it next to my head. It makes
And
me
this is
very
her
happy.
husband next to her head. He's giant as well.
I just have a tiny head. That's what it is.
Ah. However, will we find hats to fit you?
That's why I have to make tiny ones. Okay,
That's cute.
Maltesers. Maltesers.
Maltesers. It's a malted milk ball covered in chocolate. They're like Whoppers, but I think they have more chocolate in comparison to malted milk. I also think they're a little bit smaller each than Whoppers, but not much.
This may be the first or the longest I've talked to my family without mentioning my dog. Or to anyone I've had. Actually, it feels like there's more malt to chocolate to me. Yeah, the chocolate feels really thin.
I think they might be a little softer as well.
Yeah,
Than
they feel-
Whoppers.
Like I kind of just went all the way through it.
Yeah, Whoppers kind of builds up on your teeth a little bit, but Maltesers don't usually. I think they give way easier. Yeah.
I think I'm biased for Whoppers though, because that's like our Christmas. Like we get them every Christmas. These don't remind me of Christmas.
No.
No. Mr. Big.
Mr. Big. It's big. It's big. It's got. I think this may have started at some point around a board table in the 70s when everyone there was stoned, and they went, let's just put everything we can into a chocolate bar. Because it's got wafers and caramel and peanuts and like Rice Krispies, and here, I'll hold up the thing, and they've got a picture of like the cross section of it. And yeah, it's got just everything in there.
We're gonna show them the cross section.
That's true. It's not actually heavier than any other chocolate bar. Like, it's 90 grams, and the Wonder Bar is 90 grams as well, but it's a lot bigger. It's
It's
longer, it's thicker. True story.
We have all this chocolate left over. Robin's gonna be very happy when she wakes up.
It's kind of like an O. Henry on roids.
It's just got caramel.
It's just, yeah, they usually are
oozing.
oozing caramel.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Uh-huh. It doesn't have nougat. No Henry has nougat, which is nice. But this has the
Very
wafer
chewy.
instead.
It's very chewy. It's good. Like, I can't really pinpoint a distinct flavor
Mm-hmm.
to focus on.
It's just sort of generally
Yeah, it's a conglomeration.
nice.
Yeah.
Almost like, I mean, it's one of the kind of chocolate bars that crosses over almost into meal replacement territory. Where it's starting to become not as much a snack as something you eat to stave off hunger until you can have a meal again.
What's it?
They're chocolate covered raisins. Really, the only distinction, I think they're a slightly different type of chocolate, and I think they're also a thinner coating of chocolate. Like, it kind of forms to the contour of the raisins more, whereas lots of other chocolate raisins I've been used to just kind of look spherical, like they're hardly differentiable from chocolate-covered almonds.
The chocolate-covered raisins. Yeah, they are raisiny chocolate-covered raisins. Like, the chocolate is just kind of a...
Yeah, there's more raisin to them.
Which is actually quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
If you like raisins, which I do.
Mm-hmm. I do as well.
So
I quite like Glossette raisins.
it's
The
nice to be
more-
able to taste the raisin.
Yeah, because like lots of them are, half chocolate or more than half chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Glossette, I guess maybe about half as much chocolate as raisin.
Okay, Smarties.
Glossettes I particularly like en masse. Like 2 or 3 of them, not great. A box full, awesome. The flavors kind of build up and
Yeah. Smarties are awesome.
same thing with Wonder Bar, honestly.
Why can't I open them?
Whereas Coffee Crisp is as good, or Caramel, as good from the first bite as they will ever be.
I don't know. What have I done?
Sarah has opening issues.
I'm gonna kill it. There we go.
Just tear it in half. Fling Smarties everywhere.
It's like confetti. Or a pinata.
Mm-hmm.
Boxes of pinata. Smarties are really nice because I can even eat the blue ones
Yeah,
without being all itchy.
because it's all natural dyes and all natural everything.
They're basically M&Ms, but
they're made
nicer.
with milk chocolate instead of dark chocolate. And they're a little bit larger and a little bit wider.
But I already did that.
And there are many traditions associated with Smarties, which actually might be more indicative of Canadian culture in general than I thought. Because, they're one of these companies that they've been around for a long time, and they've had, advertising campaigns with really catchy jingles which have given rise to silly traditions like eating the red ones last, or,
The green ones, I think, are the ones you're supposed to eat last
Oh,
for
no.
M&Ms.
Oh, for M&Ms?
For M&Ms.
Oh, I hadn't heard there was one for M&Ms.
So, I think that's just, hey, there's a lot of colors. Let's make up a superstition.
This one actually is from an advertising jingle.
Hmm.
To the extent that Smarties, you can now buy a bag or a box of just the red ones.
So we have another bonus round because I'd never had one. It's an Eat More. I don't know what it is, so I don't know if you do.
Like toffee with nuts in it. It's nice. It's not so much a chocolate bar as I don't know, it's almost more like a protein bar, kind of.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
was noticing on the side. it was
Nougaty,
saying-
toffee stuff with
What did I
yeah,
look at
peanuts and
that
stuff
made
in
me
it.
wonder if it was a protein bar?
probably these things, eh?
Yeah, so
Fiber,
fiber.
carbohydrates.
okay,
Like
I
a
lost
chocolate
my
bar with
next
fiber.
Opening things.
Like a chocolate bar with fiber.
Ah. Oh yeah, look at that.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't it smell good?
I haven't smelled it yet. There's that.
Kind of like, what was that stuff
Oh, it
with the
smells-
white nougat and
It
the...
smells to me like fudgies.
Yeah.
Like the no-bake cookies. That
Yeah,
with
it's
oatmeal,
kind of
peanut
like
butter,
those.
and-
It's kind of like a cross between those and that, it was just like white nougat with nuts in it called...
Divinity?
Yeah. It's like a dark version of Divinity.
Texturally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it tastes more like fudgies to me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's what we devised to torture you with. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope you're hungry. If you want any of these things, we can see about shipping them to you.
Yes.
Though we're pretty lazy, so we can't guarantee it will get there soon. But we will try. Alternately, we can just bring some down the next time we come down. But immigration is lazy, so I can't guarantee that will be soon.
Yeah.
No, they're not lazy, they're just busy. Because they might be watching this.
Busy and maybe possibly lazy.
So yes, have a lovely day. Enjoy your 3-day weekend because you don't have to work tomorrow. He does.
You guys have a 3-day weekend?
I think it's him okay. I was thinking that. I was like, why are they off work? And then I realized, I believe it's MLK.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway. Boop. Shit.